All right, hello everybody. I hope that everybody's doing well today. Let's go ahead and turn down the music just a little bit. Seems like it might be a little on the loud side. Here we go. Let's go ahead and jump on over into the stream. Kerpow. Voila. All right, if you hear any squawking or anything like that, it's just a small human on the desk who has been silent for 20 minutes and now is squawking. Anyways, hope that everybody's doing well. I hope that everybody's had a fantastic weekend so far, and we will all listen to those squawking together. Stand by. Okay, anyways. Sigh. Hey, thank you so much. It's all good. So I wasn't necessarily trying to call you out on that necessarily. What has happened a lot of times in the past has been that because a dev is very approachable, they get called out. And then other people see that, and other people think it's super cool and okay. And then it leads to, can lead to burnout. And because some of our devs are incredibly nice and kind, they don't want to call it out on their own. And so then, like, what do we do? What do we do, right? So, yeah, never ever do I want to make anybody feel bad. Music's too loud? Cool, thanks for letting me know. Any hoosers. I hope that everybody's doing well. I know that the Ileani showed some stuff off on her recent stream, but you know, there's some cool new things that are happening, especially in this area of operations tab. You know, for a thing that was once complete that is now no longer complete, it's pretty cool to be able to zoom in, zoom out, let it fill the whole screen. You now have tabs at the top to control the sectors as opposed to kind of obscure little things off to the side. So there's a whole bunch of really cool new stuff that's coming along the way. So yeah, all sorts of really cool, neat, fun stuff. I honestly haven't been able to pay super close attention because my weekend has been ridiculously full for whatever reason. But yeah, the campaign is going well. You know, we have a lot of victories along the way. Got the one fleet and being, but we're in a new month. We bought a drop ship that is currently on its way here right now. We bought a mule. Well, I'm sorry to hear that your weekend has not been going well. That's, yeah. Oh goodness, it's still too loud. Meow. Turn it down. Turn that down. Is Muzak better? Too quiet? Too much. Too much. Cat hair. And then of course there's a why do you do this? Whoop, wrong direction. Oh. There we go. Okay. So, anyways, Ileani's been doing a stupid amount of work in the area of operations, being able to zoom in, zoom out, do all sorts of fun stuff, making some fun GUI changes, also adding your victory points over on the side here. Just all sorts of madness and craziness. The other really neat thing that I'm seeing right now is that your strategic objectives are now based on the sector. So over here is not a compilation of all the strategic objectives. It's the strategic objective of the sector. So now you're not trying to figure out like, you know, what do I do here? Ooh, got to meet the local IRL Battletech community. That's awesome. My local community only does Alpha Strike, and I know nothing about Alpha Strike. Zero, nada, zilch. I know that it exists. That is my understanding of Alpha Strike. But yeah, and then for last week, we bought a mule. We are still, I'm not happy. I am not at all happy with the name Flyboys. Not even a little bit. Not even at all. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that sigh. That is always really hard to hear. Fly Guys? Fly Guys could work. Mayhaps. Mayhaps. I'm going to think on that one. Also, for those of you who are here at the beginning, who are also going to be here at the end, if there's any particular stream that you want to raid at the end of the stream, just let me know. Fly Guy. Yeah, Fly Guys does fine. At least, at the very least, it alliterates. We'll do Fly Guys until somebody comes up with something better. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be, or Fly Guy. We'll do Fly Guys. It's gonna be like Starship Troopers, you know, the movie Starship Troopers, where they're just like, you know, I'll do it until I die or somebody else can do it better. All right, copy, paste, 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 but change, delta, change formation icon. There we go. Let's see here. This should be... Boop. That'll be perfect. Right there. You know, that's... Ileani, to be fair, I will be very open about this. A lot of the reason why I raid is to try to promote that MegaMek even exists, and in a selfish way try to promote my stream. So, you know, if I get out of a 100 person stream that I raid, if I get one person who's like, yeah, I'll check it out, that's a W. That is a huge win for me. Hold on, pause. Casper Van Dien streams the game Starship Troopers. Are you serious? I didn't know this. I had no idea about this. Yes, I know. I know that he's the star of the movie. I'm fully aware. What? Oh, that brings joy. That is like the one thing that he is known for, is just Starship Troopers. He streams on Twitch? How did I not know this? What? What? All right. Do we have? Are there vehicle or vessel crew? No, there's no vessel crew. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's advance the day. How much longer do we have in this? Do we risk it? Like, how much do we risk for this? How much do we do? How do we do it? Oh, 100% they're screwing us on the price. 100%. Seeker, how's it going? Because they're dominating. Oh, they're dominating us. That's why we're being screwed over. Ironically, I do cover that on the video for resupplies. Okay, I'm gonna pass. People can call me a wimp. I'm gonna refuse. Also, in case anybody is interested, I think sometime this week I might put out a couple of non-Battletech videos on some retro games. Just on YouTube, just hanging out, chilling, doing what they do. Yes, of course I'm okay with that. Oh, which reminds me, I meant to actually like verbalize this. So for those of you out there who are watching, who are like, man, I would love to see more MegaMek content, join my Discord channel. just join the Discord channel if for no other reason. So I have an entire channel that is dedicated to nothing, absolutely nothing, but trying to promote other people who do MegaMek. So if you go to our Discord channel, the Heck and Doc channel, you go down to streamer shout out. I try to follow every single other streamer that's out there, and the bot puts an announcement out there every single time that they go live. And if I'm missing somebody, let me know. If I can get my channel, if I get my Discord server above, let's say 50 people, if more than 50 people join my Discord server and want that information, then I will pay for that bot to do more than just like 5 people on Twitch and 5 people on YouTube. I'm happy to do that because I want to try to help promote this community as much as possible. It's huge. It's every single thing that we can do to help promote this community is what we need to do. But yeah, if you want to know about more places where you can go watch, that's where you go. So everyone who I know about is there. If I'm missing somebody, let me know. I will add them. Anyways, we're going to keep on advancing a couple of days. Getting off topic a little bit, but that's okay. Who stays on topic in these things anyways? Oh no! Oh no, somebody got pregnant. Who got pregnant? Who got pregnant? What do? You're a field gunner. You can just like kick rocks. Go away. None. All right, cool. And just like last month, as soon as we get to the 15th, we'll just start kicking in some doors, I guess. We are getting closer to the end of this contract, though. At Dominant Rule record sheets from 3075. I don't know anything about those. I spent some time looking at the 30, I think it's the 3085 record sheets for battleships, or no, sorry, for warships, dropships, and jump ships, as well as small vessels recently. And that's been about it. I'll tell you what, getting older is not for the faint of heart. Having small humans is not for the faint of heart. Just like, don't deal with this trap. I don't mean that. I love my small humans. My small humans are amazing. But woof. If you want to do the things that you want to do in life, buyer beware. The implants in those rules are present in MekHQ. Are you talking about like the oh shoot, those are the like direct implants and things like that? If it's in a time of war, it's probably in MekHQ for the most part. Ish. Big on the ish. That is a thing under personnel. There it is. So you're talking about stuff like I always have to, I never use these things, so it should be under, yeah, so VDNI is in the game. It's under like advanced surgery. So under healthcare, perform advanced surgery, brain. You've got your buffer VDNI triple core processor, enhanced neural imaging, so on and so forth. Yes. Yeah. That was implemented about 9 months ago, actually. Recently, it got, like a couple of bugs got worked out recently, but they've been in for quite a while. quite a while. I should probably repair some things. What do we have? 3 in stock. Of course I have 3 in stock. Womp womp. Keep on keeping on. We got some left arms, things like that. We'll just keep on, living our best life here. Ah, good, good. This is good. People are doing their training. My armor, full body implants. Ooh, is that one in? No, not you. Pretty sure. Pretty much everything is. Whoop, nope, nope, don't do that. No, 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 no. Innards. No. No. I'm sure that they exist. It's just a matter of where they are. But, like, most things are here. Limbs. Limbs in general. Oh, my armor. Yeah. Yerp. There you go. All of it. It's all there. It's all there, my friend. You have but to look. The greatest challenge is always in finding where the things exist. And, one of the biggest challenges, at least in my opinion, one of the biggest challenges with where MekHQ and MegaMek live, you can. You 100% can. There's no good way for me to open MegaMek from here. When I get into a game, remind me, and I will take a look. But you should be able to get to it through editing your peoples. But one of the biggest challenges for MekHQ, MegaMek, the entire suite, is finding like that balance or that fine line between providing documentation for the cool things. My wife is putting our toddler to bed right now, which is why I have a small human who is unhappy. Anyways, trying to find that balance between providing information on the cool features that are added versus providing so much information that's actually like a copyright violation. Like trying to find that balance, which can be very, very challenging. So hard. So very hard. All right, we have had no fights pop up so far. Let's go ahead and start looking for trouble, whether we want to or not. Do we really want to look for trouble? I don't know if we do. I don't know if we do. Yeah. Well, and that's what I mean, Ilyani. So, providing enough information where you're like, oh, this is great, but how do I use it? Oh, I have to buy the manual. Oh. Okay, well, I'm just going to go do that then. Which is now how I've spent, like, lots and lots of money on Battletech manuals and things like that, whether I wanted to or not. Yeah, let's go looking for trouble. Why not? Why not? Let's go over hither. Oh, no. So, I got really depressed. I got very, very sad this weekend. So I rode my bike to all of the local game stores, of which there's like 2. And I was like, hey, when do you get the new core rules in? And they're like, what core rules? What are you talking about? What is this Battletech you speak of? I'm just like, no. So the first place I went to is like, oh, yeah, no problem. Our distributor says we'll get it in September-ish. I'm just like, no, please don't do that. No. And then the other one was like, yeah, you'll have to reach out to one of our owners on Discord. I'm just like, but But why? Yeah. Hold on one sec, guys. Okay, so I'm going to go really quick, grab a bottle for a small human, and I will be right back. So hang tight for like 5 minutes. I'm sorry about the delay here. All right, hopefully we can keep the screaming to a minimum here. Like I said, I'm sorry, my wife and I got home from some stuff a little later than we anticipated, and so I'm just watching a small human while she puts the other small human to bed, and then she'll watch this small human. Anyways, okay, we now have a problem. We have things and stuff to do. Hold until relief. Ooh, this is one of the new ones. You are caught out ahead of support and a superior force is bearing down on you. Help is coming, but not soon. You must hold together long enough for a relief column to reach you. The early turns are dangerous ones, outnumbered and alone. You cannot trade blows evenly, fight defensively, preserve your strength, and stay intact until reinforcements arrive to turn the tide. Throwing away units before help comes only guarantees there is nothing left to relieve. Keep the bulk of your command intact. Reinforcements are inbound. Survive until they get here. We have force trainees deploying alongside us. The enemy units have not been fully repaired from the previous engagement, or allied units have not been fully repaired. Oh, this is a new thing. That is fun. Ooh, the allied units have not been fully repaired. Okay, cool. Then we have to preserve 50% of us, of all of us. So, okay, cool. So our trainees and whoever we send. Okay. And then there is no mention of if we control the field. So I'm going to say yes, we control the field. If it doesn't say we control the field. Yeah. Are you sure it's 3085 or sort of separate 3085 space book? There's a separate 3085 space training. It's a separate book with all of the separate space vehicles. I'm pretty sure it's 3085. Technical readout 3085. It's like one of three. Because why would we have one? That would be silliness. Yeah, that would just be silliness. Alright, so all we have to do is not die. Allegedly. Why? And it might not have been 3085, might have been a different one. I'm not 100% sure. So let's go ahead and re-roll the Dusk Dawn, and then who do we send? That's the major question. So who do we send? So we have Alpha Lance who we can send. Naturally, Power is going to get just murdered on turn 1 because that's what he does every time. You are the loudest ear in the world. And then otherwise we could send, I mean, honestly, Alpha Lance would be our best bet. Because they're sending like 20,000 BV. And we just have to consolidate our forces. So I think we have to send Alpha if we want any chance at all. Okay, I think it's trying to say that my Alpha Lance are reinforcements. Child, why do you do this? I think it's trying to say that my Alpha Lance are acting as reinforcements. But maybe I hit the wrong... No, I hit the wrong button. Okay, we're good. We're fine. Everything's fine here. Okay, like I said, it doesn't say if we do or don't control the field at the end of this. But I'm going to say that we do hold the field as long as we win, and so it says in the salvage dialogue, right? But do I get the salvage dialogue before I have to select salvage forces? The scenario template states that the victor retains control of the battlefield. Okay, cool. I would recommend that we bold this and make this incredibly visible, because the majority of players will miss this. And since this has not changed in a very long time, probably most people are going to do exactly like what I did and try to just click straight through almost. Oh, it can't accept HTML. That's unfortunate. We can talk about this later. But we probably need to do this because Java is being Java. I mean, that tracks child. Why? Okay, again, I'm really sorry about the additional noise. And if it's really becomes a bother, then we'll cancel the stream. But anyways, so we got all of our stuff set up. We got all our folks. So the scenario stated that we need to preserve 50% of our force until the relief arrives. So when does the relief arrive? That's the question. Oh, well, neato. So when does the relief force arrive? That's the question. So how long do we have to live? What do you think? So what do you think? Do the relief forces arrive after 8 turns? 10 turns? How long does it take? "12 turns. Okay. It's meant to be 12. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Whew. Yeah, that's not the map we're playing on. We're not. Our mechs scale floaties. Yeah. You know, I gotta tell you, I hate myself, but I don't hate myself that much to play in at the shallowest, at the most shallow, depth 2. Depth 2 water. This is heinous. So instead, we're gonna change this. We're gonna change this just a touch, just a little bit. Water, lakes, flow, natural features. I don't want to know how long. You know, okay, in fairness, playing on that map, I think I would have won. I would have won because no one would have reached anybody else the entire time. Medium, natural features, woods, yeah, sure. Okay, let's try this. And do this. There we go, that'll work. And you know what? We'll even make water medium. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Princess would have drowned herself before 12 rounds concluded. It would have been so bad. So very bad. I would have drowned myself as well. I probably would have just like Alt F forward and walk away. Okay, so we just have to make it like 12 turns on this map. Nothing could possibly go wrong. No GIF. No GIFs. Oh. Whoops. All right, so remember, friends, we do not have individual initiative on. So we will do trainees up front. Split the party a little bit. Just a touch. Just a touch. I know we're not supposed to split the party, but we're going to in this case. Oh. That's because I turned down the mic when, you know, the child was screaming, so that's my bad. Burp. That should be a little bit better. And then we'll even do that. That should be even better. Let's split up the gang. We'll put both the dervishes over yonder with each other. It'll be great. Okay. Where do I get a line of fire for? Am I awesome? That's the main question. That is the main question. And honestly, this is going to be about the best spot for him. Yeah, always worked in all the monster and horror movies. So I think I said this on screen before, but the best argument I ever heard for people acting like idiots in horror movies, you know, because in every single horror movie, the people are running along and they're like, oh, let's hide in here. This is a great place to hide. Let's hide with all the chainsaws and axes and stuff. Nobody would find us in here. And then, you know, naturally they get, you know, just like sawn to bits. The best argument I ever heard, though, was that every single horror movie occurs in a universe where horror movies do not exist. So how do you know that you shouldn't do the things when nothing like that exists in your world? How do you know? I'll just do that. I wouldn't know. There's a lot I don't know already. Until Dawn. Ooh, I haven't heard of that one. So one of my best friends, when they got married, at the end of it in the reception, like they stopped the dancing of the reception like a couple hours before they needed to, and they turned it into a movie party where they just had like they're pretty crunchy, and so they had all these like vegan snacks and vegan popcorn and all this stuff, which was fine. But then everybody, they were just like, hey, if you want to stay, we're watching Ready or Not. Got an ice ferret, an adder. Like there's plenty of stuff here that if we can put the hurt on it, then it goes down. But we have to hit the darn thing first. Like commando, like that's not hard to put down. He's gotta shoot the damn thing first. Oh well, yeah. Well, in horror movies where horror movies are established to exist, those are normally like comedies, yeah. It's like, nah. We don't talk about those. We do not talk about those at all. Wish that we had some swarm missiles all loaded up and stuff, because I think that they would do well this time around. But what do I know? What do I know? Okay. Well, shout out to my wonderful wife who had to deal with a temperamental toddler and then immediately came down to a screaming child. So, so that we can all play some MegaMek together. Small victories. Oh, yeah. Nah. What do I know about horror movies? That's the real thing, I guess. But my example was an oversimplified example. Oh no, we're out of range. The horror. Oh, you dropped some elementals. That's nice. Very nice. Very nice. $12s? That blows. That is not ideal. It is unsat. Absolutely unsatisfactory, but what to do? And then we have some terrible pilots, which is just so great. Okay, we'll do all that. Eliani, have a wonderful rest of the night. Thank you so much for tuning in. You take care and good luck with your stream tomorrow. Uki, how's it going? It's good to see you, man. We're just over here, you know, trying to not die, which is easier said than done. It would help if I knew how to play this game. Oof, hurricane force winds. Now, are we talking, hold on. You're down under, which means you use kilometers. Are we talking like 100 kilometer per hour winds, or are we talking like 60 kilometer per hour winds? Because until you get to 100 kilometer per hour winds. Basti, what's going on, man? It's good to see you. Oh, yeah, 100 kilometer kph winds. Those are noticeable, man. Those are super noticeable. Well, what am I shooting at here? Battle armor? Shoot the Fenris. I mean, I have missiles. They exist. My missiles exist, just that I can't hit anything with a lot of them. See, here we get the 100 kph winds in summer. All right, well, the Dervish got hit by a medium pulse and another medium pulse and another medium pulse, critting with no effect. Then, ooh, Kerensky put a PPC into the head of the Ice Ferret, critting on the life support down to 2 internal structure. That pilot took a hit. Missed the Gauss rifle. Dervish stays standing. Oh, I got you. Oh, yeah. I've actually seen videos about like New Zealanders and Australians being like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and insulate our home. And they like open up the walls and there's literally nothing there. And to me, that's mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. You know, coming from a place where I'm sitting here with, you know, 4-inch walls that are packed to the gills with insulation, I'm like, man, I wish there was more. Can I have more insulation in my walls, please? Like maybe 6, 8-inch walls that have insulation? Okay, thanks. Meter thick walls? Are we talking like 2 meter thick stone walls? Because those things, like, they finally, the inside of those walls finally change 1 degree by the time the next year comes around. Okay, but that makes sense. So, I mean, masonry is an installation of its, 38, 48C at that point in time. I mean, yeah, it's a big difference. But, yeah, being all masonry, that is a huge insulator in its own right. Like, you have a 6-inch thick masonry wall. Like, you're fine. You don't have to insulate at that point. As long as you don't see light coming through the other side, like, you're fine. But when you're talking about, like, America that builds its houses out of twigs and dreams, you gotta have insulation. I'm not even surprised it was heated by only 6 coal fireplaces. That doesn't surprise me even a little bit. And the inside was probably pretty comfortable in, like, long sleeves. That, zero surprise. Alright, let's double tap Qatar. See if we can't hit him. Ooh, man. Less than ideal once again on 12s. Can't do anything there at all, but we can try on 12s. Gross, 14s. Okay. Hold on, I have to convert to meters. Being 6 foot tall, that puts me at about, what, 1.8 meters, give or take? Ish. So yeah, I mean, I could do the same thing. That is pretty wild. Nice. He awesome hit the right leg of the Kit Fox, but missed with the second PPC. Kit Fox against the Dervish hit with a Gauss rifle into the right arm, down to 4 internal structure. The Dervish also got hit by an ER medium in the right leg, critting with no effect. The Adder hit the Dervish with an ER PPC, destroying the left arm and transferring some to the left torso. Fenris, oh no, does bad things to the Dervish and essentially destroys the Dervish. That's not good. Alright, we're down 1. We're only 2 rounds in, we're already down 1. That's not good. Not great. Not off to an auspicious start, one might say. Sure, the Dervish was dead weight, but it was dead weight that I kind of needed. We need to start backing these dudes up. That's what we need to do. So this Dervish, jump. And then the Kerensky, we back you on up. Right about there. And turn. Could try setting the forest on fire. You're right. It's not a bad idea, but what I really should have done is I should have loaded thunder ammo, because then I could have seen where they were going and just laid minefields everywhere. Oh, could you have imagined? Oh man, I should have done that. Oh, now I'm bummed out. That would have been the perfect use for thunder ammo. Yeah, load up some thunder ammo, load up some inferno ammo, light the forest on fire, lay down, especially on something like this where it's just a narrow field of advance. Ah. Ah. Darn. Sad day. You just jump that way. You're not very useful. I mean, I think the point behind the dervish is to stand off. I'm doing my best to defend the darn thing here, but you do your best to stand off until you can't stand off anymore. And then you use a little bit of speed to try to get behind the enemy and just dump a whole bunch of SRMs and medium lasers into them, I think. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm guessing. Yeah, I keep it as months. And you're right. If you keep no extras on hand, then you will be a super sad panda. Let's see here. Where is it? Acquisitions? Deliveries. Months. Months. Yeah, if you have nothing, no spares on hand, you'll be a very sad panda. But if you keep spares on hand, it's not nearly as dreadful. But that's why you see me carrying around as much crap as I do. The saddest panda in the aerosphere. Fair. Fair. But this is also why I'm a very sad panda with all of my very, very not put together clan mechs. All of them that are just sitting there waiting for parts and will be this entire contract because I has no parts. Yeah, they're doing a good job of being queens in the hangar, though. They're just out of range. So instead, let's go ahead and just let off 3 going that way. Get a little warm this round. Orion. 10. Okay, we can dream on a 10. Shoot. Yeah, I mean, replace 1 ton of the SRM with LRM. I think that would be totally fine too, because then you can also load a variety of LRM ammo. So, like, you can carry 2 tons of standard. Because it carries, what, 2 tons of LRM, right? Where is it? Where's the damn thing? Yeah, it carries 2 tons of LRM and then 2 tons of SRM. 3 tons of SRM? No, 2 tons. So you take out 1 ton of SRM, load an additional ton of LRM, and then you can carry like standard, swarm, and something else. Whatever you're feeling for LRM. I don't know what to do with you. Gross. That's not good. That's super not good. True. Yeah. Okay. Fair. But yes, it is a walking bomb. You are correct. Really, if you're carrying any ammo at all, you're a walking bomb. The true walking bomb is machine gun ammo. That's the true walking bomb. Yeah, carrying ammo in your center torso is just a recipe for disaster. Alright, 10 and 10. Not ideal once again. Alright, the awesome double tap to the Ice Ferret, doing one to the right, or hitting with a PPC to the right arm, PPC to the center torso. Not enough to do very much, though. The adder hit the Kerensky in the left leg. The other adder hit the Kerensky in the center torso with an ER large. Other adder hit with PPC against the Marauder's left leg. Kerensky put a Gauss rifle in the left arm of the adder. And everybody else missed. Alright, we need to bring power back south. That's part of the problem here. Look, if you're gonna sit on the ammo, you might as well just like write it into battle. So I would really prefer that I am riding an AC-20 round as like my seat in my cockpit. That is what would bring me joy. Okay, thanks. Eclectic, I am going to ask you to expand on that just a little bit. Because in a world of through armor crits, which I think existed before Case, I could be wrong, but in a world of through armor crits, where you have center torso ammo, especially with old survival rules, okay, you know what? I cannot refute that. That's actually a good argument. That is a very good argument. If you're going to have an ammo explosion kill you, you might as well have it kill you all the way. I cannot fight that argument even a little bit. I mean, if we're going to talk about how bad ammo is stored, just look at the original Sherman. You put terrible ammo storage in with a gasoline engine, and you just watch what happens. Bad things happen. Very, very bad things happen. Yes, the Tommy cooker. You've heard of it then. Ooh, now I wish I wouldn't have done that extra shot last turn, but oh well. All right, double tap this turn on 4s. Youngster got it in 1. The safest place to store your ammo is inside of the enemy. It can't cook off if you don't have it anymore. Yes, which is exactly why they invented wet ammo storage. Seeker, you're not wrong that I'm pretty much quoting things from Death Traps, because that is one of my favorite books. And one of a very, very fine book that was written, in my opinion. So for those of you who aren't aware, Death Traps was a book written by an ordnance officer in World War II that his job was essentially to... Death Traps is bad? Okay. All right, tell me more. I've read a lot of tank books from World War II as well as from Korea and Vietnam. So please regale me. I'm not going to say that you're wrong. I just want to hear your opinion. I have not heard of TRO 1945. And so, yes, his opinions are biased based on survivorship. However, the vast majority of things written from World War II are highly biased in one way or another. So it's a lot of taking everything with a bit of salt or a grain of salt. And he makes a lot of decent engineering opinions. You can share links. There you go. Very exciting. Okay, I'll take a look at that in a little bit. The T-34 was a beautiful, beautiful thing in the same way that like the Sherman is a beautiful thing. It is a vehicle that worked. It did what it was supposed to do, and you could build a lot of them. You could build a lot of them, and just that little bit of frontal armor angling provided so many benefits. All right, so the awesome double tap to the adder, but it's still standing, unfortunately. It's the grease gun of tanks. Yes, absolutely. Lots and lots of misses. The Kerensky also hit with the PPC against the left arm of the adder. Gauss rifle into the right torso. A lot more misses, and that was about it. You know, the funny thing about the T-34, so if I'm not mistaken, so the original gun for the T-34 was a 57 millimeter, and then it eventually got replaced with a 75 millimeter not too long after production started. And the biggest problem with the 57 millimeter is the velocity was actually essentially too high. Was it the 85? Oh yeah, it was the 85, wasn't it? But 57 millimeter had too high of a velocity where it would just put a hole through the tank, and it wouldn't actually it wouldn't incapacitate a tank, because it would just put a hole in one side, a hole out the other side, and then the other tank would just kind of keep coming towards you. You're like, look, the velocity is too high. Give us a gun that has a little bit more mass behind it. So they got the 85 millimeter. And then along comes things like the Tiger II that has even thicker frontal armor. And they're like, okay, now we can't punch through the front of it. Can we get that 57 millimeter back? And they're like, nah, bro. No, not happening. Anyways, Seeker, to your point, I think that what you're trying to get at is that there was a lot of emphasis in that book that stated essentially the Sherman was a bad tank because it didn't have high survivability. So it was commonly knocked out. However, the advantage behind the Sherman is that we could mass produce it, we could put a lot of numbers into the field, and it was actually pretty repairable in the field. It was easy to work on, unlike things like the Tiger, Panther, most of the German tanks, which had very, very poor longevity. They needed a lot of maintenance, and when they needed maintenance, it was a big to-do to do the maintenance. And the argument that was primarily made was that essentially we needed a tank that had higher survivability in the field that would keep more crews alive without sacrificing the ability to take the fight to the enemy. And the argument that was made also was that, yeah, they definitely did. Well, actually, hold on. I think the Churchill came out before the Sherman. I think. Could be wrong. I think it did. Anyways, so his argument is essentially that delaying the Pershing tank production was the wrong move, and that we should have pushed for faster Pershing tank production earlier, or pushed for like a heavy tank like an M6 or something like that, and slow down on production of the Sherman. Oh, yeah. Centurion. Yes. Yes, I agree. And so in his argument that the Sherman was the wrong tank to mass produce, so the Sherman was a phenomenal tank when it came out. You are correct. By the time that the Sherman tank was utilized in Europe, it was the wrong tool for individual use. And the choice had to be made of, do we throw numbers at the problem, or do we try to rework the problem? And the choice was made that we throw numbers at the problem. That's how we took the beaches of Normandy. We just threw numbers at the problem. We didn't have better equipment. We didn't have better weapons. We didn't have better anything. We just threw numbers at the problem, and eventually we solved the problem. That's all we did. And then when it comes to the Sherman, it's the same thing. All we did is throw numbers at the problem. It's the famous German adage of, you know, we could, for every Tiger tank, we could destroy 10 Shermans. The problem is that there was always the 11th Sherman. And it was true. It was true. Okay, let's hold off on that. Let's grab the Kerensky. Yeah, so the Firefly was ridiculous. The entire idea behind tank destroyers was just this ridiculous idea that when used correctly, was phenomenal. Absolutely amazing. Just these light, fast, terribly armored vehicles with good cannons. They could punch through the armor with fast firing rates and set up ambushes. And comparing that to towed guns, your tank destroyers could displace way better. Russians ripping in the tank race. I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, so like your M10s, your like your Hellcats, your all of those. When they were used correctly, it was just like meh, just eating up the tanks, just nom 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 nom. But when they were used in assault roles, they did terrible because it's not what they were built for. Yes, if its tail would stay attached. Those are the big problems. Yeah, Typhoons or Marauders. Do that. I think we probably need to send presents to somebody else like you. Yes, sometimes it's all you have. So I would not call I would not call Death Traps a bad book. I would say that, like all books written with the time, you have to take it with a grain of salt and take it in the entirety of what the situation was. Because it's written from the point of view of, like you said, a single ordnance officer in one place at one point in time with a very, very finite view of the situation. He had a very very, very hands-on view, which is incredibly important and something that we can learn from. But it doesn't provide the entire perspective. I do think that it does a really good job of highlighting the challenges that were associated with the Sherman in the battlefield of Europe. And it also does a really good job of highlighting the ingenuity of the Allied forces in the theater of Europe. Of course, like D-Day, written by Stephen Ambrose, also does a really good job of highlighting all that, as well as just the horrors of the entire invasion. You've also got Tank Destroyers by, I can't remember who it's written by, that does a good job of talking about the tank destroyers. If you want a crew look at tank crews, then you can always look at like Spearhead. You can also look at Patton in the Battle of the Bulge for another example of tanks, especially in the late part of World War II. There's a few other ones in there. With the Old Bread, yep. Yeah, I was and am a huge tank nerd. Like, that's what I enjoy. Tell you what, Uki, when I go to the Combat Air Museum, which is an hour to an hour and a half down the road, I will take a whole bunch of pictures and post them for you. How about that? Yeah, I'm a huge tank nerd. I used to play a lot of World of Tanks because, you know, who doesn't love doing that from time to time? And ironically, now I work with tanks, so there's that. I'll post some pictures for you, bud. Have no fear. Yes, we can shoot at you. Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, all right. Well, so hit the ice ferret with the PPC into the right arm. Then a Gauss rifle goes into the left arm. It crits on the AMS, which then causes that pilot to black out. There are 3 hits. Case goes off, blows out the ammo, so they only take 10 damage, but destroys the left arm. And then the medium laser into the right torso. So they are going to be hurting, needless to say. The Awesome puts a PPC into the right arm of the adder, PPC into the right leg of the adder, and a PPC into the left torso of the adder. Then the Puma puts an ER large into the right torso of the Awesome. Vulcan puts an AC2 into the Fenris, right torso. Adder into the Dervish, hits with the ER PPC into the center torso. Ice Ferret into the Dervish, hit with a medium pulse laser into the right arm. Marauder put with an ER PPC into the Puma's right leg and an ER PPC into the head, down to 2 internal structure. Second headshot this round. Dervish needed an 8, rolled a 4, fell down. Pilot takes a hit. Then the Ice Ferret fell down because the pilot was unconscious. They took another hit. Other Ice Ferret needed a 5, rolls a 4, fell down, took 4 to the left leg. Nice. Yeah. If they get out of here, their doctors are also going to be very busy. Oh, no, I agree with that 110%. The Pershing was the wrong tank for the Pacific. But at the same time, almost no tank was the right tank for the Pacific. The Sherman was the better tank for the tanks in the Pacific. It doesn't mean that it was the right tank. Like the Pacific was just an awful fighting ground. So you're immobile, you're prone. I think that we finally got a nice little firing line established here. Let's get the Dervish back just a little bit. Pumas are your light mech choice of light mech of choice. I could see that. I mean, they pack a punch for being so light. Let's get the Vulcan back. But, you know, Seeker, then the answer could have been you don't change your allotment towards the Pacific, but you decrease your allotment of Shermans going towards Europe, and you send all of your Pershings to Europe. The downside then, and I think this is a really real problem, is that if you're sending all of your... when you add the Pershing, you add increased logistics burden, because now you've got to stock a 75mm round, a 76mm round, and a 90mm round, in addition to your howitzer rounds and everything else. That becomes a huge logistical burden, and you're asking the factories to start churning out things that they may or may not have tooling for. So that's where war is a wicked problem. Yeah. Yeah, I can totally get behind that. From the perspective of the dude on the ground, I get why they wanted the Pershing so badly. From the perspective of the leader, I get why they did not want the Pershing. There's also all the shenanigans that Marines got into in Australia, but that's neither here nor there, right? Oh my goodness. 3s? Yes, please. So you can hit there, or you can hit there-ish. 8s. Oh, so I heard, who was it? Maybe it was a youngster. So a while ago, I remember somebody asking, like, man, I never get battle armor for salvage. I found out why. Mostly because I had to do some like research on my own. But it's actually determined in cam ops why you hardly ever get battle armor for salvage. And it's because at the end of the battle, you roll 2d6. On a 10 or higher, the battle armor is salvageable. No, it can be salvaged, but you need a roll of 10 or higher. Which means that it just doesn't happen. Good luck, Godspeed. And so in the code, when you look at it, it makes the roll. Yeah, it just isn't. So it makes the roll in the code. Yes, you must kill more battle armor. That is 100% what you should be getting out of this. Kill more. Do better. I actually have not read that, no. Okay, I will have to put it on my reading list. Bonus points if it exists on Audible. Let's take a gander here. Oop. Yeah, I don't think it exists on Audible, so no bonus points. Oh, really? I'll have to look again. I didn't see it. I'm just looking right now, but maybe I looked up the wrong thing. It would not be the first time that I failed in my Google foo. Ah! That's scrolling. There we go. Ah, it does. It does, in fact, exist on the Audibles. Very good. Fair. That's fair. Alright, who do I shoot? Who gets killed today? Oh, okay. Well, we just took off the head of the puma. So, goodbye, friend. And then the Vulcan hits the Eye Spirit in the right torso rear. That's nice. Dervish takes an AC5 into the right torso. That was... okay. Puma puts an ERPPC into the right torso of the Awesome and the ERPPC into the center torso as well. Unfortunately, the Awesome is down an internal structure. We are halfway through our requirement to stay alive. I do, as long as we survive 12 rounds. Although I feel like if we destroy at least 50% of their forces, I feel like we should be able to say that they run away. It didn't really say in the description, because they're not super complete yet. It's on the to-do list for things. But we have to preserve 50% of our forces for at least 12 turns. That is the goal, or the hope, or the dream, one might say. It's the dream. Go that way. Get into the woods. Stay in the woods. Do woodsy things. Is there an equivalent to Ace for mech pilots? I don't know, but there should be. And if there was, then this little Awesome right here would have it. It probably is still an ace. Let's take a look here. I am sure, quite confident, that probably all of my folks in Alpha yeah, you've killed at least 5. Okay, great. 50 kills. Just a casual 50 kills. Great. Performance? No. Personal law? Biography? There we go. Okay, meritorious service. Distinguished service. You don't get any medals for it, necessarily. Yes, I think silver is 8, bronze star is 4. I'm pretty sure you're right. Pretty sure. Moderately confident. 7 or a 6 or a 6 or a 4. Let's get warm. Let's get toasty. Eastern Front levels of kills. Yes, until you get to 100 kills, you get nothing. And you must do that with 50 bullets. We don't have the money to pay you. Honestly, just do that. Oh, there we go. All right, so in case you missed it at the beginning of the stream, our Discord channel was just posted, you know, right in the little over there or over there somewhere. It's right there. And there is a channel on there that is dedicated to other MegaMek streams. So if you want more MegaMek content that isn't just me, go join the channel. And every stream that I know about is getting automatically posted as soon as they start streaming MegaMek. Just follow that channel and you can have all the MegaMek channel content that you want. If I'm missing somebody, please feel free to post it. Let me know. I will try to get it added. If our server gets to 50 people and they're still wanting that content, it maxes out at 5 people, or 5 Twitch streams and 5 YouTube streams. So if we get 50 people in our Discord channel, I will pay for the premium feature so that we can have unlimited people or unlimited streams being shouted out. I'll pay for it. I'm fine with doing that as long as we get to 50 people in the Discord channel. But yeah, just let me know and I will add whoever I can. But then you can see even more MegaMek content that isn't just moi. Not that I don't love you all. I want you all to be here. But in case you need more. I'd rather not shoot at Nyx, but I know that Wildcard is about to get demolished with from the Awesome. Ataraxy, how's it going, my man? I hope you're doing well. Oh, got less demolished than I was hoping. He took all 3 PPCs, 1 to the left leg, 1 to the left torso, and 1 to the center torso, but he still exists. Commando hit the Orion in the left leg, but it was behind cover. The Orion, firing at the Commando, hit the left arm and hit the head with an LB-10X. Took 5 damage there. It's down to 1 armor, but missed with everything else. Kit Fox misses. Thunderbolt firing at the Ice Fox misses. The Vulcan misses. Puma misses. The Dervish firing at the Ice Ferret hit with 8 LRMs, double tapping on the engine. The Puma at the Marauder hit the left arm. So the Puma took 20 damage and stays standing. Thor has not blown up another mech yet. Big on the yet. Right now, we're just trying to hold our ground. So we are holding one little corner of the map and letting a bunch of clan light and medium mechs yeet themselves at us while we attempt to pick them off. But because they're clan mechs, that does not work as well as we would hope. I kind of want to just chill right there, but we'll hold off for a minute. Why don't you go there? That'll be fine. Yes. Yeah, because we all know that no plan survives contact with the enemy. Fortunately, we're actually doing okay. We've only lost one of our trainee mechs so far, and the enemy is down to one mech completely destroyed, one mech with an unconscious pilot, and 2 more mechs that are not looking hot for them. So I think we're at least okay adjacent. At the bare minimum. Yeah, I think we just let you chill right there. Right there. How bad is it if I... Ooh, 11 over. I think we can risk it for 1 turn. We can do that for 1 turn, and then after that, we gotta chill. All right, and then we send presents to Nyx. Might as well just shoot at him a whole bunch and see what happens. Nice. Okay, so the Awesome took out the right torso of the Puma, then put another round in the center torso, then another round in the center torso, destroying the center torso, unfortunately, but still salvage it. We can still salvage it, and we can take things off of it. The Heck, firing at a different adder, hit it with a PPC into the left torso. It's down to 5 internal structure. LP-10X into the right torso. Medium laser into the right arm. Kit Fox, Thunderbolt missed. Thunderbolt firing at the Fenris, hit with the right arm and destroyed it. Transferred a little bit to the right torso rear, destroyed the engine, so that's another one down. Then the Puma missed. Vulcan misses. Puma firing at the Kerensky, hit with an ER large into the right arm. Streak hit, doing 2 to the right leg, 2 to the center torso. And the Dervish, doesn't matter. Kerensky firing at the Puma, hit with the Gauss rifle into the right torso, down to 5 armor there. Medium laser into the left arm. And the SRM-4 hit, hitting with 3 missiles, doing 2 to the right arm and 2 to the left leg. The other one hit into cover. Yes, exactly. Nice of them to give me plenty of Puma's worth of parts for my Puma. My soon-to-be 1 Puma. It might even be a 3rd Puma soon. We can only hope. We can only hope. Oof, now at 21 heat. But avoided an ammo explosion, avoided a shutdown. Oof. I don't know if I have the salvage money, but we're going to find out. I just have to kill everything so I can salvage everything. That's all I have to do. Wow, that is brutal. We have taken out half of their BV. This guy has a death wish. He's falling back by coming towards us. That makes all of the sense in the world. You know what? It's gonna do that. 100% going for the Blaze of Glory. We will retreat by going forward. That, you know, if I've ever heard of a clan thing to do, it's probably the most clan thing I've ever heard of. Oh no. Yeah, I don't play with cool and failure. I barely know I'm barely good at the rules of Battletech at the baseline. And I don't need to give more help to the computer to kill me better. We need to shoot him. Double tap him. Might as well. I do think I need to start carrying some Inferno ammo to start overheating some folks. Yeah, I actually want to play with some triple strength armor just for funsies. Because why not? Yeah, overheating while carrying Infernos is normally not good. One might even call it bad. Exceptionally bad. Oh, hey, look, the Puma is exploding. Lost his right torso. Blew off a right arm. That's not good. It's not good for him. He's having a bad day. Then they lost the left arm on top of that. Yeah, they are objectively having a bad day. Fortunately, our Marauder is getting tapped in the left arm a couple of times. You know, they brought all these nice happy Pumas, and oh, there goes an engine. That's nice. We're taking damage, but I think we're doing way worse to them. Yeah. Oh, and Nick's lost his leg, so he's going to fall. Okay, our Orion fell down, which is unfortunate, but our pilot avoids damage. Nyx fell down, destroyed his own engine, destroyed his own mech. They're super not in a good spot. You know, everybody should be salvageable. Unless I missed the center torso destruction somewhere. Oh, yeah. Nope, center torso destroyed. Whoops. Still salvageable, just, you know, less parts to grab. What do they have left at this point? They've got another Puma up there. They've got a Kit Fox right there. They've got some Elementals. They've got a Commando. No, it's not repairable, but I can still bring it home. Still strip it. All right, we have to survive for like 3 more rounds. 2 more rounds, somewhere in there. We've destroyed well over 50% of them, which is nice. But, them's the rules. Oh. Yeah, definitely not repairable, but that's okay. That'll be fine. I'm not offering them shit. They can kick rocks. Non-negotiable. Kick rocks. Oh no, we have no shots from the Awesome. That's unfortunate. Always the golden BB to something very expensive. Sure, we'll go over. Now. Oh no, Marauder got hit in the right arm by Gauss rifle. Oh shit, we just lost the left arm off the Marauder. That's not good. That's not good. Unfortunately, the rulebook says, well, you don't. All right, Kit Fox lost the right torso, blew off the right arm. Oofed. All right, the Kit Fox is having a bad day, needless to say. I think I'm probably going to call it here because the only two things that are now combat effective is a commando and some elementals. Everything else is dead. Yeah, the worst part is when you golden BB the cockpit, but that was the very first attack, and you roll down to the bottom of the report phase, and just you wrecked the entire thing. There's nothing left. It's all gone. They're dead, Jim. Oh, that's also not good. Well, you know, for them starting out with 20,000 BV, us starting out with around 15,000 BV, it's not a bad day when we walk out with 13,000 BV and they walk out with 4,000. Good deal. And so the Kit Fox, I thought, lost the leg. If you lost the leg, you did not get out of there. Oh, whoops. I thought I did more. What was your movement down to? Oh, you still have full movement. Okay, you probably got out of there. That's fine. I don't like it, but you probably got out of there. Commando probably got out of there. Battle armor obviously did. Ah. All right, let's go ahead and start gathering our goods. So if I take you and you, oh, nope, can't take both of you. So you just have a missing right leg. And that's about it. Do you have a right leg? You do have a right leg. You have nothing except for a right leg, actually. So we're going to take you home. And then actually, I don't think I can afford the Ice Ferret. Yeah, I can't afford the Ice Ferret. Your center torso is trashed. Your center torso is trashed. Is your center torso trashed? It is not. Do you have a right leg? You do have a right leg. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. Which one are you? You have... But you still have all of your ear PPCs. Do you still have your targeting computer? You do have your targeting computer. Do you have a targeting computer? You do not. Do you have a right leg? You do have a right leg. Okay, therefore... I cannot afford you. By the tiniest of margins. That's unfortunate. All right, we'll take you home. So yeah, both of these are unrepairable, unfortunately, but that's okay. That's fine. I could have cheated and ruled that the other mech didn't get away, but nah, not doing that. I am just happy that we brought home all of these dudes and we can repair them, or at least repair one of them, get back into the field like meow, the other one get in the field eventually. All right, where's the D? All right, did most of the things work? Anything get destroyed? Cool. Right leg salvaged. Wonderful. This is good. This is very good. Discount Dan's clan parts. 100%. All right, cool. Did a whole bunch of maintenance. That's pretty great. Recon Lance came home. Let's go back here. This bad boy, we'll go ahead and keep on doing this. Huh, well, honestly, we'll just sell whatever we have left of this because there's nothing else. So the Puma Adder D. Don't mess this up. D. Sell. For 12,000 sea bills, I'll take it. Then Adder Prime number 1. Oh, I thought I had it right leg. Well, stop watching. I want you to watch the stream, but stop watching the stream. That'll help. One Puma Prime, 2 Puma Prime, 3 Puma Prime. What? How is it a 20 ton? Hold on. Purchase Puma. So, Adder D. No, it's a 35 tonner. Warehouse. Right leg. 35 ton. Right leg. I've got one. In transit 2 days. Oh, that's weird. That's fine. There we go. That was weird. I don't know why it's in transit, but... Alright, where's the Puma Prime? Puma! Unless I destroyed it somehow. That would be awkward. All right, cool. Right leg should be here now because I don't know why. You put the thing on. Not you. You. Do the thing. It's the damn truck drivers again. I actually do blame them. And I had already taken off what remained of the leg. Ooh, ambush the column. All right, an enemy column is moving through the area strung out on the march. Its units are arriving piecemeal rather than as a formed battle line. We are in position first. This is the moment to defeat them in detail before they can pull together into a single fist. Set your positions and hit each element hard as it arrives, then reset before the next one is on you. If you let them concentrate, their full force will outweigh yours. If you break them piece by piece, you win. Aggression and tempo are everything. Shatter the column as it comes in. Rout the bulk of them before they can form up. Okay, gotta destroy half of them. Let's go forward one more day here. And that's a Puma done. Puma is fixed. Reload your ammo. Shouldn't have to reload. Oh, I do have to reload the ammo, actually. You're right. Womp womp. And I have to fix the Marauder. Double womp womp. It's okay. They're not going to go out this time around. Plus, I am stupidly tired. So I think I am going to end the stream just a little early. Sorry to bounce on you guys a little early and kind of make it a shorter stream. But I will see you guys on Tuesday in 2 days. And we will keep on keeping on. I don't think this will take us too much longer to get through this scenario. We've got, what, 2 months left? Less than 2 months left on this contract. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Did somebody follow me? I missed it. I have more followers suddenly. But I hope that you all have a great rest of the day. Show where the... Oh, you're right. I did. You know what? I can do this really fast. We will... Thanks for the reminder. I appreciate it. So for this, we will send... Oh my goodness. We're going to send Asteroid Lance. That'll be fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Right? Asteroid's in a good spot. Asteroid will be fine. Okay, so we'll send Asteroid Lance here. Can't confirm. Commit. Start. Commence. Send this one. Okay, fine. Go. Can't confirm. Okay. Alright, so I'm not going to start the game, but I will see if I can find where the implant stuff is. I'm pretty sure I know where it is. So, GM mode, yes, fine, blah, blah, blah. Should be configure pilot. So it's down here, under all of these things. So to get there, you right-click, configure, make sure you're on the pilot, and you just keep scrolling down until you get to the My Domini implants. And that gives you all of the things to include the myodermal implants, like the dermal armor. Get some more resistant damage. See IO page 80 for details. Was that your question on where to find the things? Before I quit out. That's where you looked? Well, it's there. The screen might have changed a tiny bit. And hold on, let's look at something here. Let's look at something here before we all run away to do our own little things. So let's go ahead and open up 51.0. Yeah, let me just pull this up. And yes, you can implant those via surgery. So In 51.0, the screen will look a little bit different, but perform advanced surgery, and then you can implant all of those things. All right, we'll start a new game. Ote. The Menai Domini implants were implemented in 50.06 or 50.10, if I remember correctly. Whenever alternate advanced medical was implemented is when they implemented the Domini implants. Come on. Hurry up. Oh, that's why. Duh. Go away. Okay, close. No. Okay, start a new game. There we go. It could, but I mean, I'm not going to play the game anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right, we'll add any random unit. So with that, just have to remember where the things are, and also I think yeah, so in 51.0, you might not be able to. It might be a new... It might... Man, I thought you could. Just trying to remember where it is. It's probably when you play across a bunch of different versions and things change a lot. You might not be able to directly from within MegaMek. But that's weird that you can't, honestly. But at least in the Nightly you can. So, Seeker, the answer might be in 51.0, no. You cannot. However, in 51.01, you will be able to. I know that probably doesn't help you meow, but hopefully it's a better answer than not. And let's see here. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's do that. Okay. Aha! Figured it out. Okay, so Seeker. Check it out. In game options, search for Domini. Enable Menai Domini options. Right here. Hit OK. Then you can right click, configure. Yep. And then you can have all the things. Uki, are you asking like how do you implant them or how do you use them in MekHQ or MegaMek? Because I just showed you right here. I mean, doesn't make sense, but that's also why they implemented the change to have it just there with 51.01. Oh, yeah. That is honestly the thing a lot of times with MegaMek or MekHQ is just finding where the options are, finding what is hidden behind. Yeah, cool. Anyways, okay, I think that's going to be everything for me. Thank you all again so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Hang tight for just a couple minutes. We will raid a random channel out there and show some random humans some love. Otherwise, I hope to see you all on Tuesday. We'll stream at 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. Central Time, and we'll kind of go from there. If you haven't already, please follow the stream. If you're feeling very generous, hit that subscribe button. And then otherwise, catch you next time. Take care.
She just wanna be my baby mama.
Well, let's see. Can I get this guy in the head? Maybe. Oh, we're getting a raid. Heckin' Dog, thanks very much for the raid and welcome to the stream, everybody. And Ataraxi, hello there. Imagine losing a charisma check against that guy. Listen, he's all cute and goofy looking. I don't know. It's very nice of you all to join me here. Thanks so much for stopping by the stream. Hope you guys had fun with MegaMek. It's been going well. Yeah, I've been having a nice time with Fallout. This is my first time playing. And it is not something that I've ever really known much about. Like, I've seen the first-person shooter games. I'm not 100% sure what I'm ever supposed to be doing in this game. But I've been enjoying exploring it. It is my first time playing, so just so anybody coming in might be excited to share all of the lore with me, I'm not looking for any type of help or backseating at all. I'm just really feeling my way through. I spent 3 hours tonight wandering around doing all of the wrong things and getting beaten up by things that are way stronger than me, and I finally found a place where I can kill stuff. Except here, of course, I mean, I'm getting my butt kicked, but that's kind of what we're up to, you know? So, yeah. You pronounce your name right the first time. It's an instant follow. Well, thanks for that. Yeah, thanks for checking out the stream. You love some Fallout. It's one of the best OG RPGs. Yeah, I have played a ton of RPGs, even turn-based stuff, like a lot of that, but nothing quite like this. It has like a little bit of strategy in it. It's got some heavy pondering for every turn. Yeah. 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 Well, and there's so much in this game that's like, it's a little bit touch and go with things that it gets into in terms of its themes and some of its content. Like it's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. And Princess Pearl Mermaid, hello.